What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video on the channel. In today's review, we're going to do it a little different. We're actually going to do it a little old school. Forgot my tripod in today's video, so we're going to do the review of the all-new 2025 refreshed 6th generation Ford Explorer like this. But here it is. This is the 2025 Ford Explorer ST. Now this goes for pretty much any Ford model, maybe not the Mustang so much, but for an Explorer or an Expedition or an F-150 or a Ford Edge, you get the point. There's tons of different trim levels. Previously there used to be 8 different trim levels. Now for 2025 they only have 4. The Active, the ST line, the actual ST that we have in today's video, and then we have the Platinum. In my opinion, the ST is the best looking because it blacks out everything, and our specific tester here in today's video has a black exterior as well. And for 2025, for all the trim levels, the Explorer has gotten a little facelift, and in my humble opinion, it's a good facelift. So we have a little bigger grille, and because it is an ST, we have the ST badging right there. Like all Explorer previous Sport, but now STs, they have the Explorer badging in the hood. We have new headlights, which is a little better design, again only my opinion, than the pre-facelift. As we look through here, we got like an air duct right by the fog light, and it's mean looking from the front. Now I would have to say that the most recognizable SUV in America is an Explorer, because all cop cars are also Explorers, and the Explorer for 25 years straight was the highest selling SUV in America. The Explorer ST is the performance version of the Explorer lineup. And the engine that we get here is the 3-liter V6 twin turbocharged, producing 400 horsepower and 430 pound-feet of torque. The ST shares this engine with the Bronco Raptor. Now, would it be cool if we had the 3.5-liter V6 high output EcoBoost engine that we get in the Raptor and some F-150s and so on? Sure, that would be great, but the 3-liter EcoBoost is no slouch that we will demonstrate here shortly. So as we walk around here to the side, the Explorer ST has new wheels for 2025 as well. These are 21-inch wheels, and they are wrapped in 275/45 Pirellis. They're good looking. I have to say I like the previous or the pre-facelift wheels better than these, but you know, they're not ugly. So as we get to the rear, we have new taillights. We have an extra little light strip that goes onto the tailgate here, which we didn't have pre-facelift, and it looks good, I have to say. And then we have quad tip dual exhaust, and when we look inside the pipe, I think they took this from the original vehicle that got this tailpipe design, and that was the Lincoln Aviator. The tailpipe actually comes out underneath, and that is to not dirty up the chrome tailpipes and make them look all black. I mean, it's a little weird design maybe, but it's actually a pretty smart design, I have to say. Before we pop the trunk here, an Explorer can tow 5,000 pounds. Now, as most of us probably know already, the Explorer is a 3-row SUV. So with the 3rd row up, it's not tons of room here. You have a little storage underneath here as well. But you can click this button right there and it folds down the 3rd row. You can do both simultaneously or just do one at a time. And you have plenty of room here. You can also fold the 2nd row down for even more room. And as always, when I film Fords, I do it at Moon Township Ford, my old place of work. So special thanks to them for lending me the Explorer ST in today's video. If you guys are in the market for this one or anything else they have in inventory, I'll link their contact information in the description below. So we'll hop in here in the 2nd row, and this specific Explorer has the captain's chairs, which I prefer. You can also get a bench seat, but then you don't have the little aisle in the middle here, but you do obviously lose out on an extra seat. So for 2025, the Explorer's interior is new. I have to say, it's good looking. As we pan over here, you see the ST badging underneath the Onyx Active X seats. as Ford calls it, and they're very comfortable. I'm 6'2". I always do this headroom comparison and also knee room comparison, so you got plenty of room in the back. Now this is my driver's position, so we should probably move over here. Yeah, there's a little less room here, and these seats go forward and backwards. I am all the way back, but it's very doable. And we also have little shades here that you can remove, and in the back you also get heated seats. You have your climate controls here. We have USB-C, USB ports, 12 volt, or no, that's a full power plug actually. So a lot of charging capabilities for rear passengers here. Then we got little cup holders there as well. We'll take a look at the key fob. It's the same key fob that Ford's been using for a while now. It has the ST badging on the back of it. So we got unlock, lock, remote start here, pop in the trunk, and then a panic button. But the interior here is actually very nice. So we take a look here at the door first. So we got a little harder plastic up here, but this area is very soft. And then we got like different inlays here, which looks pretty good. We got a speaker right there, nice red stitching, and just your regular window controls and so on. And then again, seats with the red stitching, and then the ST badging in the seat. Every seat gets that. You can't really see it in the passenger seat until you get over here. The Bang & Olufsen speaker has a nice like texture to it, and I'm assuming all of this is a speaker because it says Bang & Olufsen over there. You see the logo. It's a nice touch. Now over here we have the Explorer badging on the passenger side, just regular glove box. And I like this area right here where the wireless charging port is right there, and then you have like a little storage area right there. Rotary style shifter. You got 12 volt USB and USB-C, and then in here, it's hard to film that actually, there's like a deeper cubby in there. Cup holders. Got drive mode select button. We'll take a closer look at that here soon. As we open up the armrest, we got 2 USB-C ports right there. Plenty of storage down in the armrest. The Explorer ST gets a flat bottom steering wheel. We got the ST badging there, red stitching. Now for 2025, the Explorer, all Explorers, no matter what trim level, gets the digitalized instrument cluster. Now new for 2025 as well is the infotainment screen. This is 13.2 inches. Got a bunch of different features here. Maps, Play Store, Google Assistant. And then you have your climate control buttons down here. We have heated and ventilated seats, heated steering wheel, and just fan controls and so on. Excellent backup camera. It is of course a 360 camera, and you can access the camera from that button there as well. Now as we go down here, we got different drive modes. So currently we're in normal. We can go to Eco, go to Sport. We have a tow haul mode. Very nice little graphics they have. And then if we go over here, it's slippery mode and trail mode. We're going to keep it in normal. You hear a little blow-off valve there from the turbos as well. That's cool. Listen to this. Yeah, hopefully the GoPro's picking that up. But I think I said 430 pound-feet of torque earlier when we were talking about the engine specs. It's 415 pound-feet of torque and 400 horsepower. But for an Explorer, it is plenty of up and go. So we're just going to floor it. I mean, it's quick. 0 to 60, according to Ford, is around 5.5 seconds. But it's fun though, because it's a quick SUV. You got some induction noise and so on, but it doesn't sound half bad. I mean, it's not a track hawk by any means, but it's pretty freaking quick. And it's very comfortable in here. It's so quiet. I have to say, an Explorer feels more premium nowadays, as it should obviously, because they've evolved than they did back in the day when I was selling Fords in 2015, 16, 17. So as we mentioned earlier, the Explorer used to be the highest selling mid-size SUV in America, with a third row that is, for over 25 years straight. Now the market has changed. There's a lot of new competitors like the Kia Telluride, the Hyundai Palisades. Now the Grand Cherokee has been around for a while. That used to be only a 2-row SUV though, but now we have the Grand Cherokee L, and then there's the Toyota Highlander as well. But there's no mistaking that the OG 3-row SUV in America is the Ford Explorer. Now, even though it doesn't have a V8 option like the Grand Cherokee, the 3-liter EcoBoost V6 is very potent and it's extremely quick. So when the 6th generation Ford Explorer came out in 2020, it was based on a rear-wheel drivetrain. So Ford took it back to the roots from 1991 when the Explorer first came out. So you picked between rear-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. Back in the day, it was 4-wheel drive. This generation Ford Explorer is a true all-wheel drive system. Now, I like how they go back to rear-wheel drive versus having a front-wheel drive version, which they did on previous generations. For people that live in the southern states where you don't have to deal with, you know, snow and slippery conditions, it's way better for traction to have rear-wheel drive. Up north here, of course, just like our tester, it is all-wheel drive. 99% of all vehicles, whether it's an SUV or a truck, I should say, are all-wheel drive up here. The starting MSRP for a 2025 Explorer is around $37,000. That is for the base model. Starting price for an Explorer ST is around $51,000. Our tester here is priced at $60,000. Prices on cars go up. It does on every brand. That is just a fact of the matter. With that being said, we're gonna see how the Explorer handles up these twisty turns, because it is the sporty version. Yeah, you can tell that it's an SUV, of course. We have some body roll, but it actually feels pretty good. But then we have a slow Ford Fusion in front of us here, of course. Now, if you like the way the Explorer ST looks, but you don't want to pay the Explorer ST MSRP, you can get an Explorer ST line, like we mentioned earlier in the video, which is basically a regular Explorer with the 2.3-liter 4-cylinder, but it has what we can call an ST appearance package. So it kind of looks like an Explorer ST, just doesn't have the big engine. Now, if you want the more elegant Explorer that doesn't feel as sporty but still has all the luxury features and so on, you would go with the Explorer Platinum. But my pick would of course be the Explorer ST, because this is the best looking one in my opinion. It is the sportiest looking one, and again, in my opinion, very subjective review here, it looks best black on black. Now, before we end today's review, as we mentioned earlier, the SUV market in general has fierce competition. There's so much to choose from, but specifically the mid-size SUV segment that has a 3rd row. Now, what definitely sets an Explorer apart in the segment, especially a black Explorer, in our case here, an Explorer ST, is that when you're on the highway, and if you have an Explorer ST, it means you probably want the extra power, you might have a little heavier foot, and you want to go a little quicker. When you come up behind someone, they always move over because everyone thinks you're a cop, and it's absolutely perfect. So as we pull into Moon Township Ford here, once again, I want to thank everyone for watching today's video. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Thanks once again to my old employer here for providing the Explorer in today's video so I could make a review for you guys. I'll see you in the next one.